Good morning. My name's Thomas from lifewithtech.net, helping people take back control of their tech. I've been noticing on the new blogging platform Ghost developer site that people are having trouble getting Ghost installed. So I wanted to do a quick run through of installing Ghost. So what we're going to do here is we're going to install the latest server Ubuntu 13.04, as well as installing Node, adding a repository, doing a quick edit of Ghost config. So let's dive right in here. So I have everything, I have a VM set up over here. We're going to dive right in and install Ubuntu. For those of you who have never done it before. Fairly simple. Probably take about maybe 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. For the most part, everything's self-explanatory. Yeah, for those that don't know, Ghost is a new blogging platform designed on Node.js, which is kind of like a low-level JavaScript operating system. And because of that, okay, so we got host name here. I'm going to leave it as Ghost. Username, I'm going to use my name. Password. Encrypt. No, I'm not going to encrypt this one. Time zone. Yep, that's fine. So yeah, basically, like I was saying, Node is very fast the way it processes calls. And because of that, Ghost is going to be taking advantage of that, and it could very well be a very snappy blogging platform. Okay, we're going to do a guided tour of the whole disk. And yes, I'm going to erase it. I have stuff on here already. 34 gigs, that's fine. More than enough. Way more than enough. Write changes to disk, yes. So yeah, so the first weekly of Ghost came out the second week of July, which is just under a week here. I've played around with it a little bit. Very nice. I mean, it's a first release beta, so it's just giving you an idea of the direction they want to go and whatnot. It's definitely nowhere near ready to use. But yeah, it's definitely nice to see what they're doing. Maybe you could even throw some input on their forums. We don't need a proxy. So like I said, it does take a few minutes here, not very long. No automatic updates. I like doing that myself. This is a VM, so I am going to install OpenSSH. If you do have access to Ghost's developer, if you're a weekly or daily, I personally am a weekly, so I downloaded the zip file of their weekly files. And what we'll do is we'll create a Ghost directory in our users directory and dump the files in there. Yeah, we're almost there. The bootloader, yeah, that's fine. Installation complete. So I need to eject my CD before we reboot it. And that's all we do there. Continue. Okay, now it's restarting. There's a grow bootloader. And we're started up. Okay, I could work from here, but I rather work from SSH. So I personally love Coda 2. I use this all the time for terminal work and for editing stuff. So anyway, I have my server connected here, which will give me that error because I just reinstalled it. So I'm going to hop out back in, and that will connect fine. I am in my home user directory. So the first thing I'll do is I'll create a folder in here, name it Ghost. Dive into that one, grab the files from the weekly. There is a README there that gives you basic information. You might want to read through that. So I will dump that in there, finished the upload. Now I'm going to open up a terminal in here. Hit connect. And there we go. We got a terminal. We're going to end up doing a few things here. So we created our directory Ghost within our home user. We dumped all our files in there. One of the big things that some people don't realize is you need the Git package. So we want to sudo apt-get install git. I'm doing this first because this is the one thing a lot of people overlook, and when they go to install stuff later, it ends up not working well. So this is a big key here. So within the Ghost installation, it's going to call on that Git module to update files and whatnot. Okay, I like clearing the screen between everything. So the next thing we're going to do is update everything. apt-get update. It's a fresh install. We want to make sure we have everything. So that's done. I'm going to clear the screen again. The next thing is we're going to add a repository. So we also want to have the Python software properties. Let me check my spelling. Yes. Now the repository we're going to use is from Chris Lee. He seems to have the most up-to-date current ones. Okay, that's done. I'm going to clear the screen again. So now we're going to add repository PPA Chris Lee node.js. So we want Chris Lee's node.js repository. And hit enter. Yes, we want it to be added. So basically adds a file to your repository. So you could literally go in there later and just delete it if you don't want it anymore. Clear the screen. We're going to do another update since we have the repository added, just to make sure. So our next step will actually be to install Node.js. Okay, so let's clear the screen here. So again, sudo apt-get install Node.js. Notice it's not Node. It's not node.js. It's Node.js. There's a lot of people going back and forth on the websites with that. Okay, yes. Okay, clear it here. We'll do a Node.js version, the version, which 10.13 is the most current version as of today, July 16th, 2013. Okay, let's clear screen. Okay, now we're going to install Ghost. Very easy. You want to be in the directory where you put the files. So for me, it was Ghost. So again, I put the files in my home, use a directory in a folder called Ghost. And then we're going to use the npm package manager and hit install, which basically what this does is it's going to look at the index and the config files, and if there's any packages that need to be installed, it'll go ahead and install them. A lot of people were having problem with the SQL3, the SQLite 3. Again, if you had the git installed, it will install it right now. I've tried other ways around and whatnot too. It didn't really work. So once this is done, we could basically do, again, npm start, and we would actually start this. But since this is not a local machine for me, I have to go into the actual config.js file and replace the local host IP address to the IP of this machine, which is really easy. Well, let's wait for this to finish. It's almost there. Another thing I like to do is there is another package called Forever that I like using. Basically, if for any reason this instance of Ghost goes down, it will restart it. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and install that right now too. So sudo npm install. I like using Forever as a global, so we're going to put -g forever. And I like seeing what version everything is. So Forever is at 10.8 right now. Okay, that being said, so we're gonna jump into the files. In here there is a config.js file. And if you look in here, there is this host and the IP address. So we want to copy this. This is so that you could use this, you could get to the website on your home network or on a basic network. So I'm just going to do a find, and I'm going to replace it with my network IP to this VM and hit replace all. And I'm going to hit save. I'm not sure if that's going to make a difference to everything, but from my testing, it seems to work fine. I know in the documentation it says to edit anything, edit the one in the development section right here. But I went ahead and changed them all. Okay, I could close that. Now, normally you could just do npm start. And you, of course, you want to be in that directory. You have the ghost files in. So npm start. And that's what it looks like when it starts. Okay, that being said, if I list the directory, the main file that, just like with web pages, the main file in here that's going to load first is the index.js. So what I want to do is use that forever command, forever, and you see we can't use start. We actually have to name the file, so which will be the index.js. Okay, for some reason it decided it didn't want to work for me now. Of course, whenever you're demoing something, I got kicked back an error. Okay, that being said, we'll just go npm start. Oh, okay, I think of what I did. Let's see. I'm going to take a look at what processes are running and grep anything with Node. Yeah, so you see what happened was I got used to using my VM, which is Control Z to exit stuff. But with Ghost, to exit a process nicely, so when we do the npm start, you need to use Control C to exit it nicely. If you don't, if you use Control Z or something else, what happens is the process is still running, and you can't run the same process over again. So we need to go in here and kill these other processes. So 90, 30, 31, 38, and then 74. Okay, so let's try to grep it again. That's fine. I'm going to clear the screen, and I'm going to try running the forever again. So the syntax is forever start, and then the name of the file, which was index. Well, let's take a look at it. Let's not guess. ls. So again, forever start index.js. Yep, see, it worked perfectly. So basically, by default, whenever the service goes down for 1,000 milliseconds, it will bring it back up. And it's really neat in case something crashes, or especially with a VM. Okay, that being said, so we installed Ubuntu Server 13.04. We installed the Git package system. We added a repository for Chris Lee. We installed Node. We installed Ghost. We changed Ghost config localhost IPs to our VM's IP address. And we installed the Forever package. And we started it. So now let's head over to the website just to make sure it's going. Also, you need to have the port number. I'm not really sure on how to change this, but the port number is needed to get there, which is 2368. And boom, that is the first page. I'm not too sure with the beta stuff how much I could really show, but the document says /ghost will bring you to the back end, and that's where you would make up your name for the first time and whatnot. And it's showing stuff here from my LastPass login stuff. So you have to click register new user. Now you can log in. And that's the main login page, as you guys probably seen in most of them. Again, I don't want to go that far into it because I'm not sure of the what I'm allowed to show and whatnot. I hope this helps some of you guys. It seemed like a lot of people were having trouble going back and forth. The biggest thing that I've seen is having that Git package installed. If it's not installed when you go to install Ghost, Ghost isn't. It's not going to be able to download all the files it needs and all the packages it needs through the Ghost install. Again, my name's Thomas from lifewithtech.net. Thank you.